Position, path length, and displacement. Earlier, you learned that motion is change in position of an object with time. In order to specify position, we need to use a reference point and a set of axes. It is convenient to choose a rectangular coordinate system consisting of three mutually perpendicular axes labeled x, y, and z axes. The point of intersection of these three axes is called origin O and serves as a reference point. The coordinates x, y, z of an object describe the position of the object with respect to this coordinate system. To measure time, we position a clock in the system. This coordinate system, along with a clock, constitutes a frame of reference. If one or more coordinates of an object change with time, we say that the object is in motion. Otherwise, the object is said to be at rest with respect to this frame of reference. The choice of a set of axes in a frame of reference depends upon the situation. For example, for describing motion in one dimension, we need only one axis. To describe motion in two or three dimensions, we need a set of two or three axes. Description of an event depends on the frame of reference chosen for the description. For example, when you say that a car is moving on a road, you are describing the car with respect to the frame of reference attached to you or to the ground. But with respect to frame of reference attached with the person sitting in the car is at rest. To describe motion along a straight line, we can choose an axis, say x-axis, so that it coincides with the path of the object. We then measure the position of the object with reference to it conveniently chosen origin, say O, as shown in figure 3.1. Positions to the right of O are taken as positive and to the left of O are negative. Following this convention, the position coordinates of point P and Q in figure 3.1 are plus 360 meter and plus 240 meter. Similarly, the position coordinate of point R is minus 120 meter. Path length. Consider the motion of a car along the straight line. We choose the x-axis such that it coincides with the path of the car's motion and origin of the axis as a point from where the car started moving. That is, the car was at x equals 0 at t equals 0, figure 3.1. Let P, Q and R represent the position of the cars at different instants of time. Consider two cases of motion. In the first case, the car moves from O to P. Then the distance moved by the car is OP equals plus 360 meter. This distance is called the path length traversed by the car. In the second case, the car moves from O to P and then moves back from P to Q. During this course of motion, the path length traversed is OP plus PQ equals plus 360 meter plus 120 meter, which equals plus 480 meter. Path length is a scalar quantity. That is, a quantity that has magnitude only and no direction. See chapter 4. Displacement. It is useful to define another quantity, displacement, as a change in position. Let x1 and x2 be the positions of an object at t1 and t2. Then its displacement denoted by delta x in time delta t is equal to t2 minus t1 is given by the difference between the final and initial positions. Delta x equals x2 minus x1. We use the Greek letter delta to denote a change in quantity. If x2 is greater than x1, delta x is positive, and if x2 is less than x1, delta x is negative. Displacement has both magnitude and direction. Such quantities are represented by vectors. You will read about vectors in the next chapter. Presently, we are dealing with motion along a straight line, also called rectilinear motion only. In one-dimension motion, there are only two directions, backward and forward, upward and downward, in which an object can move, and these two directions can easily be specified by plus and minus signs. For example, displacement of a car moving from O to P is delta x equals x2 minus x1, which equals plus 360 meter minus 0 meter, which equals plus 360 meter. The displacement has a magnitude of 360 meter and its direction in the positive x direction as indicated by the sign plus sign. Similarly, the displacement of car from P to Q is 240 meter minus 360 meter, which equals minus 120 meter. The negative sign indicates the direction of displacement. Thus, it is not necessary to use vector notation for discussing motion of objects in one dimension. The magnitude of displacement may or may not be equal to the path length traversed by an object. For example, for motion of the car from O to P, the path length is plus 360 meter and the displacement is plus 360 meter. In this case, the magnitude of displacement, that is 360 meter, is equal to the path length, that is 360 meter. But consider the motion of a car from O to P and back to Q. In this case, the path length equals 360 meter plus 120 meter, which is equal to plus 480 meter. However, the displacement equals plus 240 meter minus 0 meter, which is equal to plus 240 meter. Thus, the magnitude of displacement, that is 240 meter, is not equal to the path length, that is 480 meter. The magnitude of displacement for a course of motion may be 0, but the corresponding path length is not 0. For example, if the car starts from O, goes to P and then returns to O, the final position coincides with the initial position and the displacement is 0. However, the path length of this journey is OP plus PO, which equals 360 meter plus 360 meter, which equals 720 meter. Motion of an object can be represented by a position time graph, as you have already learnt about it. Such a graph is a powerful tool to represent and analyze different aspects of motion of an object. For motion along a straight line, say x-axis, only x-coordinate varies with time and we have an xt graph. Let us first consider the simple case in which an object is stationary. Example, a car standing in a still at x equals 40 meter. The position time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis, as shown in figure 3.2a. If an object moving along the straight line covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, it is said to be uniform motion along a straight line. Figure 3.2b shows a position time graph of such a motion. Now, let us consider the motion of a car that starts from rest at time t equals 0 second from the origin O and picks up speed till t equals 10 seconds and thereafter moves with uniform speed till t equals 18 seconds. Then the brakes are applied and the car stops at t equals 20 seconds and x equals 296 meter. The position time graph for this case is shown in figure 3.3. We shall refer to this graph in our discussion in the following sessions.